Hello, Kalia and Kara. So today we are going to start on our multiplication, doing multiplication by 2. Do you guys remember your zero multiplications?
Yes, ma'am.
Lift your hand up high if you remember. Awesome. So, Kara, what is 0 times 12?
That would be 0.
Great. And Kara, why would it be 0?
Because anything times 0 is still 0. So a number times 0 or 0 times a number is only going to end with 0.
That is right, because it's just like saying 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. It's always going to be 0, correct. Okay, so last week we learned our ones multiplications. Do you guys remember ones?
Yes.
Lift your hands up high if you remember ones.
Woo!
Awesome. So, Leah, what is 1 times 6?
1 times 6 would be 6.
That is correct. And why would it be 6, Leah?
Because whenever we times something times 1 or 1 times 1, it will always be this other number.
It will always be itself, yes, because it's just like saying 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Yeah, correct. So you just, anything times 1 is itself, and anything times 0.
The equation always ends with the other number.
Correct. So today we are going to do 2s. Does anybody have any general idea of what it would be like to do 2s? Leah?
Probably counting by 2s.
Exactly. It's going to be like 2s plus 2s plus 2s plus 2s plus 2.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Exactly, yes. So before we do have a worksheet to do today. We will be working in groups, but before we work in groups, we are going to use some now and laters to practice our 2 times tables. Like all the other multiplication tables we learned, such as 0, 1, they are the equivalent of themselves. Not themselves, but like all the multiplication tables we learned in the past, you're always adding plus that number. So 2 plus 2 would be the same as 2 times 4. So 2 times 3 would be 2 plus 2 plus 2. Yes,
so 6, right?
Correct. So Kara and Leah, you guys are going to work in a group.
Yay.
So let's stand up and go ahead to the tables. And we will be using now and laters to practice our multiplication tables for 2s. So right now, I'm going to give you guys a multiplication sheet. You each have one with a piece of paper and a pencil. And see, the first one is 4 times 2. So that's the same thing as 2 times 4. So we're going to do 2. Yes. Plus 2. Plus 2. Plus 2. It equals 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 2 is the equivalent of 2 times 4. And what would that equal based on now and laters?
8.
Yes. Kara, you understand how we got 8? Great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do those worksheets.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk around and check on everybody.
Okay, are we allowed to use these?
Yes, you are. So do you understand what the next one is?
So 2 times 9, so it'll be 9 2s.
Yes.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 2,
3, 4, Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Great. And here, so you want to count? You can just go by twos. So 2, 4.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
Awesome. So 2 times 9 and 9 times 2, they're 18. It's fine, Leah. I'll help her. Awesome. So here, this is one you should know. It's one we went over a while ago. 1 times 2 is always itself, so that one would be 2. Yep. And another way to look at it is one group of 2's. So when you're doing 2's, 2 is your number, and the other number is how many groups of 2's you have. Do you understand that, Leah? Mm-hmm. So we're multiplying by 2, so 2 is our number, and then the other number is how many groups we'll have. So on this one, we'll have 8 groups of 2's. On this one, we'll have 12. Exactly. Perfect.
Okay, so that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22.
Yes.
So that'd be 11 times 2 is 22.
Awesome, yes.
2 times 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, 2 times 12. So 2 times 11 was 22. So wouldn't that be one more 2?
Mm-hmm. One more.
24.
Yeah, awesome. Did you understand how she got that, Karen? Yes. Can you explain it to me? Because
she used what was from before and just added on to it.
yes, that is correct.
2 times 1. So that'd just be 1, right? 2 times 1 would be 2 because anything times 1.
Mm-hmm. It's just like saying 1 plus 1
equals 2.
Mm-hmm.
2 times 0. Wouldn't that be 0?
You know it. Good.
Because we learned anything times 0 is 0.
Good job, Leah and Kira. I'm going to walk around a little bit more and check on everybody else.
Two times 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so 2 times 8 was 16. So minus 16 minus 2 before 14.
Okay, and once you get to the very last problem, show me the answer by doing that many jumping jacks, okay?
Okay.
So then Miss Becton will know that you're done. And then we can all review it as a group.
Okay, Mommy. Miss Becton.
Carrie, you understanding it over there as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Leah, you got it?
So 2 times 12, 2 times 11 is 20. 2 times 12 is...
Yes.
Why are the same ones here and here?
There to trick you, son. It's just making sure you understand the harder ones. So Ms. Becton repeated the ones that are more difficult twice on the sheet.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, so we can, I think most of them are on the sheet more than once. It's just so on the second time around, try to do it without the navigators, if you can. It's just there to help us establish it, and maybe one day, by the end of the week, we might not need the navigators to help, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
2 times... What do we...
It's okay. You can let Kira go, and she can do that herself. Kira's working on her math as well. And class, don't forget, when you get to the very last answer, I want to see how many.
Jumping jacks.
And jumping jacks, yes.
I got Miss Becton.
Yeah.
I got one that was 2 times 5, and it equals 10, just like 5 plus 5.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's going 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And that's the same thing as 5 plus 5.
So there'd be, that many 2s would basically equal that a 5.
Equal 2 5s, yeah.
Yeah, 2 5s. Times 10 plus 4. So 10 plus 2
In class, remember, if you do need to use navigators, you can. It is our first day learning.
Okay. 2 times 9. So last time I did 2 times 8. I'm just gonna add one more. Oh, 2 times 8 is 16. So 18. And 2 times 5 was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Awesome. So if you're done and you've done your jumping jacks, come stand by Miss Becton. Awesome, class. So you guys, today we learned our multiplication tables by 2s. I definitely want you to go home and get some practice in. You did a very awesome job, and I'll grade these papers and I'll get back to you tomorrow about how well we did, and any issues or questions anybody had, we'll review at that time, okay? All right, awesome.